could, as a very experienced journalist, explain a little bit, did the role as a correspondent in a parliamentary studio change in the last 5, 8, 10 years? I think that is a very important point. And the other point is, for me, in which form did is the social media influencing the profession of a correspondent for a studio, a parliamentary studio? And maybe then we could start with this point.
Just focusing on the first question, of course it changed a lot, not only during the last 5 or 8 years, but it changed a lot just during the last 15 years. As the government and the parliament moved from Bonn to Berlin, the number of journalists covering political issues increased really like an explosion. In Bonn, it's a Verein, was it a Verein? It's the club of the Bundespressekonferenz. They had some 250, 300 journalists, and you have to be a political correspondent for the whole year. You are not allowed to come only 4 weeks to Bonn and to Berlin and then you go back to Munich. You have to stay here, you have to work here every day. So there were some 250, 300 journalists in Bonn, but here there are some 900,000 journalists which are members in this club, and so the number of journalists in Berlin increased a lot. So, and there are also much more TV correspondents from the German private television stations in Germany. In Bonn there were no station, no public station or private station which had their head office in Bonn. They had only some smaller offices with 5, 10, 15 correspondents. But in Berlin there's like the private stations, some of them have the head offices here in Berlin, so the number of journalists increased really crazy from Bonn to Berlin. During the last 8 or 10 years it was a second challenge due to the new social medias, private medias, to the faster speed of journalistic work. I think many press conferences, not only here from this official room, also from the ministers, from any party conference, something like this. Everything will be published in real time. In Bonn it was sometimes in very important situations, but every press conference here in this room will be published in real time to any journalistic office, to our rooms here, by Phoenix, to every user in Germany, TV user in Germany, and in every normal press conference, which is not so important, but the journalists are working really in lifetime from the normal press conferences with the laptops, with the mobiles. So the speed of any journalistic information coming from rumors, coming from official press conferences, the speed is really sometimes too heavy for serious journalistic work. So I think these are two moments of journalistic changes during the last 5, 10, 15 years.